Everybody loves grace until somebody else gets it. What about grace? Church folks got plenty judgment, but where the mercy at? Grace! That is why I survived! Live on YouTube, Facebook, Uncle Paul's Unpadded Pew, Season 2, Episode 1. What about grace?
Disclaimer, 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 disclaimer.
It's get this train moving, no stalling, no snoozing, wheels turning, fires brewing. Let's get this train.
Yeah. We about to talk about it, not shout over it, not dance around it. We gon' deal with it. Where the grace at? Y'all got rules, but where the grace at? Talk loud, but where the grace at? God forgave me, why you ain't matched that? Where the grace at? Point fingers, where the grace at? So quick to cancel, where the grace at? God kept me, why you can't do that? Yeah, you shout on Sunday, judge on Monday. Clap real loud, then tell folks one way. Post scriptures like you living holy, but your inbox telling a whole different story. Got folks crying in the front row, silent pain, but you do not know. Too busy chasing a microphone, whole time they breaking right at home. You got titles but no compassion, big church fit but no real action. You quoting verses, missing the meaning. Jesus love why y'all stay scheming.
You might want to tighten that wig and grab your seatbelt, 'cause this ain't your grandma's pew, it's the unpadded pew. We ain't holding back, no cushions, no filter, just truth. Let's go! Let's go! It's Uncle Paul.
Yeah, that's him.
Telling it all.
No pretend.
Say what you're scared to say. Yeah. And pray while we play. Hey. Hey. No cushion, no filter, just truth. Oh. No. Yeah. Welcome to the unpadded. Oh. No. An optional tag at the end. Gotcha.
Warning. This is the Cam Music Group, double version play. That's right.
2 in a row, 2 different versions.
I've been praying, I've been waiting, watching doors that never opened, listening for your voice. Sometimes silence sounds louder than thunder. I keep asking, Lord, is this the way? But heaven just whispers, stay. You didn't tell me yes, you didn't tell me no. So here I stand, learning how to trust you in the middle, when you haven't said yes, but you haven't said no. Teach me how to wait, teach me how to worship, teach me how to smile while heaven writes another page. If you're still silent, then you're still working. I'll trust the God who doesn't owe me an explanation. Maybe the blessing isn't late, maybe I'm just early. Maybe you're protecting me from something I cannot see. Maybe the answer needs more time to become mercy. Every day, here's another chance to believe that silence is an absence. When you haven't said yes, but you haven't said no. Teach me how to wait, teach me how to worship, teach me how to breathe without knowing what's coming next. If you're still silent, then you're still moving. I'll trust the God who sees tomorrow before I see today. Abraham waited, Sarah waited, Joseph waited, David waited, Jesus waited. Why should I think I'm the only one who has to wait? Waiting has never meant you've forgotten me. When you haven't said yes, I'll stay right here. I won't run ahead, I won't turn around. I'll stand until your timing becomes my testimony. Your silence is not rejection, your waiting is preparation. Your delay is not denial, so I'll keep believing, I'll keep trusting, I'll keep singing until your answer comes. If you say yes, I'll praise you. If you say no, I'll praise you. But while you are silent, I'll still praise.
Alrighty. Good evening, folks. That was a double play. One song, two different versions. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Yes. Welcome, KJ, superstar. All right. We want to welcome everybody. Welcome to Uncle Paul's Unpadded Pew, the place where healing ain't always pretty, but it is real. Yes, it is real, folks. Now, tonight I need to talk to folks who in the waiting room. Not the people who already got the miracles, not the people who already got the blessings, not the people who already got the answers tonight. I need to talk to the folks still waiting on your healing, waiting on finances, waiting on job, waiting on a relationship, waiting on test results, waiting on peace, waiting on God. Because if we tell the truth, waiting is hard, folks. I don't know about y'all, but I am very impatient. Waiting messes with your emotions. Waiting mess with your confidence. Waiting mess with your faith. Waiting mess with your patience. And the worst part, you do not know how long you'll be waiting. Wow. Take a breath. Let that breathe. Let me tell y'all something. When I was dealing with cancer, I learned something about waiting rooms. You can sit in the waiting room 10 minutes and it feels like an hour. You start looking at the clock, looking at the door, looking at the nurse, looking at everybody else, wondering when they're going to call my name. Yes, Lord. And some of y'all been sitting in a God's waiting room, looking at the clock, looking at the calendar, looking at your age, looking at your situation, wondering, looking at everybody else's blessing, wondering, when is God going to call my name? Nobody minds God saying yes, but nobody likes God saying no. But the hardest answer of all is when God says not yet. Whew. I almost rather have a yes or no. But when God says not yet, see, it's a red light, and a red light, understand this, a red light is not rejection, it's timing. A loading screen ain't a broke website, it's processing. And a seed in the ground ain't dead, it's becoming. And a baby in the womb isn't delayed, it's developing. Delay is not denial, folks. And somebody just ought to shout, he ain't forgot me. He ain't forgot me. He ain't lost my address. He ain't misplaced my blessing. He ain't overlooked my prayer. He ain't confused my files with somebody else's. He ain't missed my tears. He ain't forgot me, folks. He has not forgotten me. But guess what? While I'm waiting, when I was young, there's a song and I'm going to play this song called While I'm Waiting, I wrote the other day. But, while I'm waiting, it reminds me of the thing that old folks used to say. There was an old hymn that said, while I'm waiting, yielded and still, have thine own way, Lord. It's about while you're waiting. And I just want to play this one real quick.
I've been praying for an answer. I've been waiting for a sign. Some days feel like forever. Still I know you're right on time. Though the road gets long and weary, though I cannot always see, you are working in the background, preparing things for me. While I'm waiting, I'll keep praising. While I'm waiting, I'll keep trusting. You have never failed me yet, and you won't start now. While I'm waiting, every promise you have spoken still remains forever true. Though I don't know when it's coming, Lord, I still believe in you, in you. Waiting, waiting, trusting, trusting, believing, holding on. Waiting, waiting, trusting, trusting, believing, holding on. Waiting, waiting, trusting, trusting, believing, holding on.
This here is free.
It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Comment, like, and share.
Hey, this here is free.
It don't cost you nothing to subscribe.
Comment, like, and share. Don't let me have to say that again. You hear me?
Don't let me have to say that again. It don't cost you nothing, folks, to comment, like, share, and subscribe. If you're on, hit that thumbs up button. Let everybody know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed, if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button so that we can get our numbers up and the algorithm send out more messages and all that wonderful stuff. That's right. This is Uncle Paul's Unpadded Pew. And let me just say this: we played that song while I'm waiting. While I'm waiting, and just think about this: while I'm waiting, waiting is hard, folks. The waiting room. But what I had to learn was simply this: the waiting room is not the punishment room. Let me say that again, because somebody needs to hear this. The waiting room is not the punishment room. Oh, somebody help me. I'm trying to take something heavy off of somebody's back right now. Just because you're waiting does not mean that God is punishing you, folks. Some of us think because we're in the waiting room, God is punishing us. He's not punishing you, baby. Some of y'all got the waiting room confused with the principal's office. You think God put you in a waiting room because you did something wrong. You think this is a consequence. You think you're being held back as discipline. But I want to show you something tonight. Almost everybody God ever used waited. They waited. Waiting does not mean you've been abandoned, folks. Joseph, he waited 13 years from the dream to the throne. He had the pit, he had the prison, and then the palace. The delay wasn't God forgetting him, it was God rerouting him, rooting him in the direction he needed to go. David, anointed as king as a young age, he didn't sit on the throne for years. Meanwhile, he's running from Saul, hiding in caves, leading fugitives, but the anointing was already on him. But he had to wait. Abraham got a promise, waited 25 years, 25 years. And when the child came, he came at the right time to change everything. Sarah, she laughed at the promise because the wait had been so long, it seemed impossible. But nothing had actually changed about God's word. What God promised was going to come to pass. She was just in the waiting room. Moses, 40 years in the wilderness before he led anybody anywhere. 40 years before he led anybody anywhere. God was building something inside of him. Jesus himself, 30 years of private life before 3 years of public ministry. God wasn't in a rush, even with his own son. Why do you think you are exempt? Folks, you are not exempt. Waiting feels personal. Here's what makes waiting hard. It's not just the waiting itself. It's the watching. Let me say that again, because somebody need to be delivered right now. Here's what makes waiting hard. It's not just the waiting itself, it's the watching. See, I don't know about y'all, but while I'm waiting, Lord help me wait, Lord. Help me to wait. While I'm waiting, I see other people getting what they're believing for. While I'm waiting, I see the promotions go to somebody else. While I'm waiting, I see relationships happen for my friends. While I'm waiting, I see healing come for a family member I don't even particularly care for. Oh, can I just be real? Because y'all trying to act like I ain't being real here. Y'all need to be real too. Good evening, Sister LaShawn. Good to have you again. Welcome to the family. Think of this thing. Y'all know I can't do but one thing at a time, so I would never look at comments, but I'm looking. You see, the healing comes when you see healing come to a family member. You see the breakthrough arise for the person who prays less, believe less, and struggle more, and you're watching it. That's what make this thing about being in the waiting room so difficult. You got to watch other people get blessed that you don't even think deserve to be blessed. But ain't that good that God don't, God don't depend on me to pick folks? Because, oh, baby, what a different world it would be. And you start thinking, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? How come God won't bless me? How come God is overlooking me? Did I do something wrong? Do I have some kind of secret sin? Oh, I must have messed up. No, nothing is wrong with you. Your name is on a different timeline, baby. And God doesn't run his operation by comparing your progress to somebody else's. The bread oven. Let me tell you about the bread oven. 2 loaves of bread go into the oven at the same time. Watch this. One loaf comes out first. Does that mean the second loaf is ruined? No. It just means it's not done yet. And you don't eat half done bread. Or should I say half baked bread? Get it? God's delays are not God's absence, folks. Just because God is quiet does not mean God is gone. Just because heaven is silent doesn't mean heaven is empty. And the silence is not a sign that he stopped working. It's often a sign that he's doing something too deep for words, folks. Have you ever been working on something so important, so delicate, so precise that you couldn't stop to talk? You were focused. That might be exactly what God is doing. The potter, y'all remember the story about the potter? A potter doesn't talk while he's shaping the clay. They focus, they're pressing, they're turning the wheel, they're feeling for the right kind, right thickness. They're correcting what's off. They got their little knife and the edge, and then they reshape. See, the silence from the potter isn't rejection, it's concentration. Get this, folks. Silence is not abandonment. Silence is surgery. Salary is surgery, folks. Somebody ought to shout, he's still working. He's still working. Even when I can't see it, he's still working. Even when I can't feel it, he's still working. Even when I don't understand it, he's still working. Even when the calendar says it's been too long, he's still working. Even when my body says it's too late, he's still working. Even when my bank account says it's impossible, he's still working. He's working on me, folks. He's still working. Stop reading God's silence as rejection. Cut it out. Stop reading God's silence as rejection. This one's for the overthinkers. Go slow. Go slow, folks. Slow it up. People need time to process all of this. Slow this thing up for a second. I'm talking to myself, if you haven't noticed, because sometimes I got to talk to myself. Slow this thing up. Some of y'all have a PhD in wrong conclusions. Can I help somebody tonight? You are incredibly talented at misinterpreting silence. God gets quiet. You conclude he doesn't hear me. God gets quiet. You conclude I must have sinned. God gets quiet. You conclude it's never going to happen. God gets quiet. You conclude I need to do this myself. And that's how we get into messes. And then you run ahead of God and make a mess. And then you come back to God saying, Lord, why is this so hard? Because you answer your own prayer too soon. Let God do what God do. Y'all let God do what he does. Because silence can mean trust. Silence can mean trust. Think about a surgeon. The patient is unconscious. The patient can't feel the surgeon. Can't see the surgeon. Doesn't know what's happening, folks. Doesn't know what's happening. But the surgeon is doing the most precise, careful, important work of the entire process in silence. God trusts you enough not to give you a play-by-play, because if he explained every step to you in advance, you might flinch. You might run. You might say, never mind, Lord, never mind. Get this, silence can mean growth. A teacher is usually silent during the test. That doesn't mean that the teacher left the room. That means I already taught you everything you need. Now show me what you learned. Some silence from God is not God being absent. It's God saying, remember what I told you and walk in it. Walk in it. You need to understand, plants don't grow by being watched. They grow in the dark, under the soil, in silence. Nobody stands over a seed and lecture it. The seed grows in quiet. The seed grows in quiet, folks. Nobody stands over a seed and lecture it. The seed grows in quiet. You might be in a growth period disguised as a quiet period, folks. This may be your quiet period. Because silence can mean preparation. And sometimes God is not talking to you because he's talking about you. He's talking to the right people, opening the right doors, rearranging the right circumstances, positioning the right opportunities. While it looks silent on your end, heaven is busy on your behalf, folks. The silent season often produces the most movement. Do not confuse God's silence with God's rejection. Sometimes silence is God setting the table for you. And somebody shout, I still believe. See, when I see it, I believe. When I don't see it, I still believe. When it makes sense, I believe. When it makes no sense at all, I still believe. I still believe. Somebody say, I still believe. Guess what, folks? God has not forgotten you. God has not forgotten you.
Sometimes the night gets lonely. Sometimes the road gets long. Sometimes I wonder where you are. Sometimes I wonder if I'm strong. But every morning brings new mercy. Every sunrise helps me see. Though I don't have all the answers, you haven't forgotten me. He hasn't forgotten me. He hasn't forgotten me. The God who knows the sparrow still remembers me. He hasn't forgotten me. He hasn't forgotten me. I'm still in his hands. He hasn't forgotten me. Though the blessing hasn't happened, though the answer hasn't come, I still trust his perfect timing until his will is done. Still remember, still chosen, still chosen, still covered, still covered, still loved. Still remember, still chosen, still covered, still covered, still covered, still loved. Still remember, still covered, still covered, still
He hasn't forgotten me, folks. Y'all hear me? He hasn't forgotten me. Some folks forgot me, but God has not forgotten me. That's right. He has not forgotten me. Ooh, Lordy. He has not forgotten me. So, folks, what do you do while you wait? What do you do while you wait? Let's shift this a little bit because waiting is not wasting. Get it? Can I tell you what most people do while they're waiting? They put their whole life on pause. I'm waiting to be happy. I'm waiting to start. I'm waiting to live. I'm waiting to enjoy life. I'm waiting until I get the blessing. Then I'll be thankful. I'm waiting until I get the healing. Then I'll praise him. And before they know it, 5 years are gone, 10 years are gone, 20 years are gone, and they still waiting to start living. You know what you do while you're waiting? You keep moving, folks. While you're waiting, you keep moving. You cannot steer a parked car. Movement matters, folks. Here's what you do. You keep praying, not just for things, but talking to God as if he's already working. You keep growing. You read, you learn, you develop. You develop new skills for your next season because that season's going to require it. You keep serving. You invest in somebody else's breakthrough while you're waiting for yours, folks. You just don't sit around and wait. You keep showing up to church. You keep showing up to work. You keep showing up for your family, for your commitments. You keep building. Do the same faithful things that prepared you for for where you are today. Do those same things and keep trusting. Don't let the wait turn into bitterness. Again, a parked car doesn't get anywhere. Neither does a paused life. Look, before the race starts, the sprinter is in the blocks, right? You ever see people running those races? I don't know the name of the race because I ain't never raced in my life. Well, I may have run from some stuff, like some police or something, but you might have thought I was a sprinter while I was running. Help me, Jesus. I might be talking too much here. Help me, Jesus. They didn't catch me. That's obvious. So I might have been a sprinter in that moment. But look, they're in the blocks. They're not moving yet, but they are not passive either. Their muscles are coiled. Their mind is focused. Their body is ready. They are in an active stillness. And some of y'all need an active stillness, not paralysis, not giving up. Active position. Get in your position. Get ready. God didn't intend for you to just sit still and do nothing while you were waiting. He's saying get active. He said get in position, folks. Get in position. Hey, Sister Queenie, good to see you tonight. Thank you for coming again. You become one of my regulars. I'm liking you now. Thank you for coming on by. But get this, waiting reveals what's really inside of you. Don't you know that waiting will reveal what's inside of you? Waiting will expose fear that maybe God won't come through. Waiting will expose control, the grip you have on the outcome. Waiting will expose your impatience. Oh, geez, that's my problem. The belief that your timeline is better than God's. Oh, I always think my timeline is better than God. And I don't understand why he won't listen to me because I know what's best for me, right? Doubt, waiting will expose doubt. Those unspoken questions. Does he really see me? Fear will expose comparison, or waiting exposes comparison. The wound that opens when someone else get what you're waiting for. And waiting is a spiritual MRI. It shows you what's actually going on in the inside. Here's the thing about that not it's not punishment. That's not punishment, folks. That's diagnosis. You can't heal what you can't see. Oh, let me say that again. Somebody need to hear that. You can't heal what you can't see. Mm, mm, mm. You take a tea bag and put it in cold water, nothing happens. You put that same tea bag in hot water, it reveals everything inside of it. Get this, pressure reveals what you're really made of, folks. The waiting is hot water. And what comes out of you during the waiting time tells you what you're really working with. What comes out when you put in the fire? What comes out when you put in the hot water? When they dip you in the hot water, what comes out? You come out cussing or you come out praising? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot y'all Christians don't cuss. Oh Lord, I must be big as heathen out here because I'm the only one to make mistakes and do stupid stuff. Y'all so super saved. Praise the Lord. Ha ta la 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 la. Anyways, good. God is often working on you while you're waiting on him. We think we're waiting on God. Sometimes God is waiting on you, baby. Waiting for the bitterness to leave. Oh, waiting for the pride to soften. Waiting for that dependency to shift to him and not to you. Waiting for the character to catch up with your calling. Oh my God. And waiting for the maturity that will protect the blessing. Billy said, you can't steer a parked car. No, you cannot. But here's the truth. Some of the things we're praying for would destroy us if they arrived today. I had to come to that realization. Sometimes I want stuff right away. I want stuff when I want stuff. And then I go back and look over my life and understand that I thank God that He didn't give me some stuff when I wanted it. Can anybody else join me in that? I thank God that He did not give me some stuff when I wanted it. Why? Because I was not ready for it. Here's the truth. Some of the things I prayed for would destroy me if they had arrived today. If they arrived today, they would destroy me. The relationships I was believing for, I wasn't in a emotional healthy state to sustain it. And if that relationship had come to me at that moment, I would have tore up everybody. I'd have ruined somebody. I'm just being honest. See, that promotion I was praying about and didn't get right away, I didn't have the integrity at the time to handle that power. So I had to thank God for delaying that, because if He had given it to me then, boy, I wouldn't have the job that I have today. I'd have been fired because I wasn't ready for it. I didn't have the integrity to handle the power. And the platforms I was dreaming of, do we have the character to carry it without becoming an idol? I probably didn't. Look, God isn't slow. God is thorough, folks. The waiting season is often preparing you for the things you've been praying for. Somebody just shout, keep moving, keep moving. You got to keep moving while you're waiting. You keep believing while you're waiting. You keep trusting while you're waiting. Keep praising while you're waiting. Keep building while you're waiting. Keep serving while you're waiting. Keep moving. Here's the problem. And I think some of y'all more mature saints, we are dealing with a microwave generation. Y'all get me? We dealing with a microwave generation. We want instant everything. Instant everything. Instant. We want instant food. We want instant drink. We want everything instant. We don't, y'all don't know how to pick no collard greens and take them off the stem and put them in the slow cooker and cook them all day long and get you some smoked turkey meat, and simmer that smoked turkey meat with some onions early in the morning, and get that juice ready to put those greens in. Y'all don't know how to do that. Y'all buy them out the can and call them glory. And then y'all tell me oh, I didn't cook. No, you didn't. You opened the freaking can. You didn't cook nothing. Instant potatoes. Those are not mashed potatoes. Instant rice. No, it's not the same thing. No, 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 no. Instant popcorn. We got to put it in the microwave. I just bought some microwave popcorn. But anyway, yeah, we got to put it in the popcorn. And the thing, I remember when we used to put it on the stove. We used to put it on the stove, folks. And y'all remember that thing, little jiffy thing used to come and you had to put it on the stove? Somebody help me here. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the Jiffy Pop, I think it was. And it came in a little thing with a handle on it, and you sit it on the thing. You had to keep it moving, because if not, you burnt it up. And as it swelled up, the little aluminum foil thing would get bigger. And then when you got ready, you would open it up, and all that steam would come out of that thing. Yes, you had to work at making that popcorn. You just didn't stick it in the microwave, press a popcorn button. We want everything right away. God, if we could have kids without going through the pain, y'all would order those from Amazon. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm laughing at my own self. Lord, we want everything right away. Y'all remember when food took time? You had to wait for the oven to heat, wait for the pot to boil, wait for dinner to be ready. And you knew when mama cooked it slow, baby, it was good. It was some good eating. It was some good eating. My mama would start cooking Sunday dinner on Saturday. And she would cook that stuff slow. Put those greens, she would pre-cook those greens. So on Sunday, all she had to do was set them on the stove and let them finish cooking. She had the pot roast already cooked, the ham cooked. And all she had to do was heat it up a little bit. She cooked all day Saturday so we could eat on Sunday. And when she finished, woo, now y'all get angry if the microwave says 2 minutes. 2 whole minutes. How dare you, Samsung? We want instant answers. We want instant relationship, instant healing, instant success, instant spiritual maturity that took some folks 20 years to get, instant breakthroughs that skip the process. You get saved and you want to be instantly a pastor. Oh, somebody I just tapped on the shoulder. Now you ready to pastor now because you got saved last week, and you know better than the pastor that's been around for 25 years. You know better than him because you can do it better than him. He old folky. Baby, let me tell you something about that old time religion. If it was good enough for granny, good enough for grandpa, good enough for my mother, and good enough for my father, and it is good enough for me. Some things require time, baby. Somebody say some things require time. Some things require time. Look, character, it cannot be downloaded, folks. ChatGPT can't give it to you. It is built under pressure over time through the choices we make. Trust. It requires time between you and God, between you and others. Trust is slow, baby. Betrayal is fast, but trust is slow. Wisdom, it comes from accumulated experiences, from making mistakes, from living through those mistakes, from watching what works over the years. Healing, real healing, just not the numbing of your pain. And let me just say this, there's a difference between real healing and numbing your pain. Real healing takes longer than you want it to. Marriage, being married takes time, baby. It's not an instant thing. You don't get married and all of a sudden all those issues you had before you got married is over. Look, a strong marriage is not built in the honeymoon. It's built in those Tuesday nights when nobody feels like it, but you both show up anyways. That's when the real marriage works. It's not this simple stuff. People, oh, when we get married, everything's going to be no. There's going to be challenges, baby. Challenges. It's not a honeymoon. You'll have some honeymoons, but you're going to have some trouble too. Jesus, they said in this world, you're going to have some tribulations. And trust me, you're going to have some. But be a good cheer because you can overcome those things if you give it time and not decide you want to microwave your marriage. And let me tell you, there's a big difference between a microwave and a crock pot. See, microwave food is hot, but it's often dry. Hear me? Microwave food is hot, but it's dry. It can be dry. Sometimes it's scorching on the outside and still frozen in the middle. Y'all ever had that happen? I'm talking to somebody today. See, crockpot food is different. The flavor that had time to find each other. Somehow those seasonings meet each other in that pot. Oh, I'm telling y'all now, I'm going to be off of this thing soon. What time is it? Because I got some catfish, some collard greens, and macaroni and cheese my nephew didn't cook for me sitting on the stove waiting for me. It's percolating. And when I finish here, I'm going to eat my catfish, my collard greens, and my macaroni and cheese. And he cooked it kind of slow. He a little fast on it, but he getting there because he put in that slow thing and it cooked for a while. Because see, when you put it in the slow cooker, let me just teach y'all something here. Somebody need to get a slow cooker. Tell somebody, get a slow cooker. The flavor had time to find each other in the pot. And when you put that meat in the slow cooker, it somehow starts to fall apart because it's so tender and the veggies are tender. See, we like it in the microwave, but I tell you what, ain't nothing like serving it up out of a crock pot. My God, my God, my God. Woo, Lord. Oh, slow cook that thing. Simmer that thing. Put that greens on early in the morning. Just let them simmer. Y'all don't even know what simmer is. This is the low thing. Not that high speed y'all cook it at. You just turn it on barely and let it just simmer all day long. Because quick blessings often create long problems. If God gave you some things too soon, money before financial wisdom, you'd be in debt and disaster. If God gave you a stage, a platform, a pulpit before you had character, you'd be a public failure and a private mess. You'd be a private mess. A relationship, what if God gave you a relationship before healing? You just transfer your hurt to a new person. You got to take time and heal before you just jump into another relationship. Because all you're going to do is transfer your hurt to a new person. And then wonder what happened this time. The same thing that happened the last time. You didn't heal. Because history is full of people who got what they wanted before they were ready for it. And the very thing they prayed for became the thing that destroyed them. Oh, somebody help me here. Studies show that the significant percentage of major lottery winners were broke within a few years. How do you win $800 million, $900 million and you broke in a few years? Why? Because they got instant money. They weren't financially ready for it. Not because the money was bad, because the wisdom to steward it wasn't there. A blessing without preparation is just like a different kind of problem. Slow growth lasts longer. Oak trees take decades. Strong foundation takes months of preparation before the building goes up. Healthy marriages are built over years of small, faithful choices and some trouble. Powerful ministries are rarely overnight. They are built in the basement before they emerge and influence. Real growth takes time, folks. And what takes time lasts longer and tastes better. Get this thing. Nobody plants a seed on Tuesday and go out there and dig it up on Wednesday asking, why ain't it grown yet? That's exactly what we do in faith, though. We pray, we wait 48 hours, and we start to panic. Lord, maybe I missed it. You've been planning for 48 hours, baby. Give it time. And just because it takes longer doesn't mean it ain't growing. Get it? A lot of things grow underground. Underground. Even if I can't see it, it's growing. Even if I don't feel it, it's growing. Even if it takes longer than I expect, folks, it's growing. It's still going, folks. Get this thing. You got to work in the waiting. You got to work in the waiting.
When I cannot see your hand, help me trust your heart. When the road gets hard to travel, help me not depart. Every day you're building something, even when I cannot see. You are working in the waiting, working inside me.
Lord, I
Sometimes the night gets lonely, sometimes the road gets long. Sometimes I wonder where you are, sometimes I wonder if I'm strong. But every morning brings new mercy, every sunrise helps me see. Though I don't have all the answers, you haven't forgotten me. He hasn't forgotten me. He hasn't forgotten me. The God who knows the sparrow still remembers me. He hasn't forgotten me. He hasn't forgotten me. I'm still in His hands. Oh, He hasn't forgotten me. Though the blessing hasn't happened, though the answer hasn't come, I still trust His perfect timing until His will is done. Still remember, still chosen, still covered, still loved, still remember, still chosen, still covered, still loved, still remember, still chosen, still covered, still loved, still remembered, still chosen, still covered, still loved.
Yes, 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 folks. Yes, sir. Look, He's still blessing me. What working in the waiting, folks. You got to keep working in the waiting. Don't you dare give up. No, sirree. You keep working in the waiting. Do me a favor, folks. It's that time.
This here is free.
It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Comment, like, and share.
Hey, this here is free.
It don't cost you nothing to subscribe.
Comment, like, and share. Don't let me have to say that again. You hear me? I said, did you hear me?
Did y'all hear me? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Send me some hearts. Come on. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, folks. I need you to do that for me. We are rolling tonight. I'm in a good mood tonight. I ain't KJ. Don't forget to get my catfish ready. I probably got a little bit more to talk about. But anyways, get this thing straight, folks. Working in the waiting, folks. You heard the song. God does some of the best work in the hallways. The hallway is where transition happens. The transition is proof that movement is happening. Get this. Nobody decorates hallways. Nobody hangs out in the hallway. Nobody buys furniture for the hallway. Why? Because the hallways were never meant to be permanent. They're transition space. You pass through the hallway. You don't live in the hallway. My God. And some of y'all are in the hallway season. You left one room but haven't entered the next one. Oh, let me say that again. Some of us are in the hallway season. You left one room but you haven't entered the next one. You left the old job but the new one hasn't arrived. You left the old relationship but the new one hasn't showed up. You left the old city but you don't feel at home in the new one yet. You left who you used to be, but you haven't fully become who God is making you to be. You're in the hallway. Tell somebody, I'm in the hallway. I'm in the hallway, folks. I'm in the hallway. I'm in the hallway, somebody. Help me here. I'm in the hallway. You're in the hallway, folks. You're just in the hallway. Because God often removes what is familiar before he reveals what's next. Ooh, I may have to stop here tonight and just come back to this next week because it's just too much here for me. I'm just giving y'all all kind of wisdom tonight. What did Billy call it? I think he called it Paulisms. I like that. I'm going to steal that. Don't be asking for no money. I think he said Paulisms. Is that what he said? I think so. I'll find it later. I'm trying to go back now. Y'all know I'm bad at this, doing 2 and 3 things at one time. But yeah, anyways. Get this, folks. Because what God often removes what is familiar before he reveals what's next. And this is terrifying if you don't understand it. The old things are gone. The new things haven't arrived. And the hallway has no furniture, nothing to hold on to, nothing comfortable, nothing familiar. This is not an accident, folks. This is design. God wants you in a place of dependence, not on a job, not dependent on a person, not dependent on a ministry, but God wants to get you in a place where you're dependent on him. Oh, Lord, take me to the hallway. Look, Jacob wrestled with God at a place called Peniel. In between where he came from and where he was going, in the in-between space, he didn't leave until he got a blessing. And some of you are wrestling in your hallway. Don't leave without your blessing. Don't leave the hallway until you are blessed. Hallways mean you're moving. You are not where you were, and you're not where you're going to be, but at least you're not stuck. Some people are still in a room. They should have left 3 years ago. At least you had the courage to step out of the room. Look, an airplane spends very little time on the runway. Most of the journey happens in the air because between the old city and the new one. The in between is not failure, folks. It's the trip. It's the trip. When a caterpillar forms, um, it forms and have all this stuff going on the ends. It's not organized. Scientists have discovered that the inside of that caterpillar thing it essentially dissolves. It turns into what looks like nothing. It's biological soup from the apparent chaos that the butterfly forms. Some of us are like that. You don't recognize yourself. You don't even know what's happening. You feel dissolved. And that is not the end of your story. This is the preparation for your wings. Do not build a house in the hallways. Some people get comfortable with unnecessary things. You get uncomfortable with uncertainty that you were never supposed to move into. You get comfortable with excuses. You get comfortable with the diagnosis. You get comfortable with survival mode as a permanent lifestyle. You get comfortable describing yourself in your last season instead of your new one. God says, keep moving. The hallway is not your home, it's transition. It's not your testimony, it's transition. And where you're going is your testimony. Transition is proof that movement is happening. Oh, and the hallway leads somewhere. Somebody shout, I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving. I may not be there yet, I'm moving. I may not understand it yet, I'm moving. I may not like it yet, I'm moving. I may feel dissolved, but I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving. The blessing is coming slow on purpose, folks. Sometimes the delay is part of the blessing. The slowness is strategic, not accidental. Most of us assume slow wrong, slow failure, slow forgotten, slow something is broken. But what if slow is strategic, folks? Pastor Taiwan Bradford is in the house. Let me just lay back for a minute. Lord, I'm going to have to get some of that dark stuff after I get off here messing with Taiwan. Bless you, brother Taiwan. Thank you for coming by. Get this thing. But sometimes slow is strategic. God is preparing the blessing. God, God is a God of alignment. He doesn't just send you the thing. He aligns everything around the thing. The right people to be in your life at the right moment. That's alignment. The right door to be open when you arrive. That's alignment. The right resource to show up when you need them. That's alignment. The right time is so the pieces all fit together. That's alignment. You may be ready, but the environment isn't ready. The other people in the story ain't ready. The door, the doors aren't in the right place yet. When God moves, everything moves. Everything is coordinated. It takes time, folks. And sometimes God has you waiting while He's getting other things and other people ready to receive what you have. Joseph had a dream at the age of 17. He didn't see his dream fulfilled until he was 30 years old. But look at what he had to align. Look what he had to align. His brothers had to betray him. This had to happen. He had to go to Egypt. He had to serve in Potiphar's house and excel. He had to be falsely accused of and in prison. He had to interpret the baker and the cupbearer's dreams. The cupbearer had to forget him for 2 more years. Pharaoh had to have the dream. Nobody else could interpret this. And then Joseph's name was finally called. One domino missing, and the whole thing doesn't work. God wasn't slow. God was building the sequence. He was aligning stuff for Joseph. And that's the same thing for us, folks. God is aligning stuff for us. God is preparing you. God, you're praying, Lord, bless me. And God is saying, I'm trying to prepare you. You're praying, Lord, promote me. And God is saying, I'm trying to mature you. You're praying, Lord, send it. And God is saying, I need to shape you first so that you don't ruin what I'm getting ready to send. God said, look, I don't need you to ruin what I'm getting ready to send. We can't receive at a level beyond our preparation. Let me say that again. We cannot receive at a level beyond our preparation. A 50-pound weight is a blessing for somebody who's been training. But for somebody else, you can't carry 50 pounds uphill. For someone who has never lifted anything, the same weight is an injury waiting to happen. Because you cannot receive at a level beyond your preparation. And then you want to know how come you're not you're just assistant pastor. I should be pastor. No, you're not, because you're not you cannot receive at a level beyond your preparation. You haven't prepared. You just got saved 2 weeks ago. Now you want to be pastor. Something wrong with y'all folks. Premature blessings create permanent problems. Oh, let's say that again. Premature blessings create permanent problems. Get that. Some things fail in your life because they arrive too soon. Oh, Lord, let me just sit down for a while. I may have to slow this up. Some things fail in your life because they arrive too soon. Some things collapse because they arrived before wisdom came. Some things broke you because they arrived before the person was actually ready to steward them. If you harvest fruit too early, it looks ready, but it ain't sweet yet. It'll leave a bitter taste in your mouth. And you'll blame the fruit when it wasn't the fruit, it was the timing that was the problem. Oh, this somebody can preach this. Y'all gonna preach this, and don't be y'all better give me some credit when y'all preach this. If you harvest fruit too early, let me say that again. It looks ready, but it isn't sweet yet. It'll leave a bitter taste in your mouth, and you'll blame the fruit when the timing was the problem. Oh, give God the time to make it sweet, folks. Just because it takes longer doesn't mean God is taking longer. He may be doing more than you asked for. Somebody say he's right on time, right on time. Not my time, his time. Not my schedule, his schedule. Not my calendar, his calendar. Right on time, folks. Right on time. Woo, Lord. What are you waiting on? God for what are you waiting on God for right now? What's the hardest part about waiting for you? Somebody, if you want to comment, comment. What has God taught you in the waiting room that he could not have taught you outside of it? Yeah, I know about waiting, going through the cancer journey, the radiation treatment, losing my mother, job challenges, um, the nights of unanswered prayers, the silence that scared me. Looking back, looking back, looking back, God was working the whole time. What felt like silence was preparation. What felt like abandonment was protection. What felt like failure was God's redirection. Yes, Lord. And I could say it now, but at the time, whew, all right, I don't know what to do. Should I wrap this up? Y'all tell me. Let me do one more, and I think I'm gonna wrap this. And we just got to pick back up next Sunday, y'all. This is Uncle Paul's Unpadded Pew. Welcome to the Unpadded Pew. We come straight at you. We don't spray perfume on the pig. We just go for the pig. Look, the comparison trap. Why other people's timelines will steal your peace? Get this. Somebody else's blessing is not your deadline. Can I address something? Because this is important to me. Because in the waiting room, one of the greatest enemy is not doubt. Is one of the greatest enemy is not fear. It's your phone. It's your phone, folks. Because the waiting room used to just be hard. And now it's hard and you watching everybody else's highlight reels. See, your timeline, their timeline in the same scroll. They got engaged. You're still waiting. They got promoted. You go flipping through the reels. You're still waiting. They got healed. You still waiting. They got the house. You're still waiting. And nobody posts about their waiting room. I don't think I've ever been on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram and all that where anybody say, I'm in the waiting room while everybody else talking about how good God has been. Nobody posts they're in the waiting room. Nobody goes live to say day 847 and I'm still believing God. I'm going to do that one day soon. They post the breakthrough, but not the process. See, you're comparing your chapter 7 to their chapter 20, and it's destroying your peace. God has a custom timeline, not a one size fit all. Abraham and Sarah took 25 years. Hannah took years of anguish. Elizabeth took a lifetime before John the Baptist. But also the disciples were called immediately. Jesus healed some people on the spot. What's the difference? Because God is not manufacturing a product, he's crafting a life. Your life is not the assembly line. It's on the artist's table, folks. And every work of art takes a different amount of time. Because comparison shifts your focus from faith to frustration. The moment you start measuring your blessing against somebody else's, you start looking at God and start looking at people. Look, I don't care what y'all doing in your life. I'm worried about what God's doing in my life. And I appreciate you. I support you. Peter did this. He saw John walking near them and said, Lord, what about him? And Jesus said, what is that to you? You follow me. See, the moment you shift from God, what are you doing in your life? To God, why did they get theirs before me? You left the path. You off path now. You don't know what came with their blessing, folks. You don't know what they had to go through to get to where they are right now. That Insta post didn't show it. The debt they went into for that wedding, the anxiety attacks they had weeks before the promotion, the diagnosis that came the same that came the same month as the house closing, the relationship falling apart behind the couple's photos. You saw the highlights, but you didn't see the whole movie. Stop converting a timeline that into somebody else's timeline into your life. Nobody's in a marathon stop at mile 13 to get upset that someone at mile 18 outran you. Get it? You run your race at your pace with your legs on your path. Because here's the thing about a marathon. There's no prize for finishing before somebody else. There's only a prize for finishing. Celebrate what God is doing in others. It builds your faith up. When you see someone else's blessing and it becomes fuel instead of fire, if God did it for them, he'll do it for you. Instead of going around saying, "Not why me? God, why not me?" Look, God, I know mine's coming next, God. I don't see it, but I know it's coming. I don't feel it yet, God, but I know it's coming. Somebody else's blessing is not your deadline. Run your own race. Somebody shout, "I'm on my own timeline." Let me wrap this up. Not theirs, mine, God. Not their schedule, mine, God. Not their chapter, mine, God. My story, my time, my God. I'm on my own timeline. And God will give you grace for another day, folks. God does not always give grace for the whole year. Sometimes God gives you grace for the day, and that's enough. One of the biggest mistakes we make is trying to survive tomorrow, today. Trying to survive tomorrow, today. Look, you're trying to figure it out. What if it never changes? What if it never get healed? What if the money never comes? What if the doors never open? What if I'm still waiting 5 years from now? And suddenly you're carrying years that haven't even happened yet. God gives us daily grace. Israel got manna daily, not a year's supply, not a month's supply, daily. Why? Because God wanted them to come back to him every morning, not just on the breakthrough day, not just on the miracle day, but every single morning. So God would give them manna every day. The daily provision was also a daily invitation. Jesus taught, "Give us this day our daily bread," not give us the year's worth of bread. Not, "Lord, let me stockpile all my grace and it'll keep coming back later." Daily bread, one day at a time. Lamentations 3 says this: "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning." Look, not every year, not every season, every morning. This means whatever you spent yesterday is to be replenished today. Whatever you used up is new this morning. You get a fresh supply. You only need enough grace for today. Tomorrow's grace arrives tomorrow. Next week's grace arrives next week. Your phone only needs to be charged for today. Stop borrowing trouble from tomorrow. Half of the things we worry about never happen. We suffer twice, once in our imagination and once in reality. And we need to cut this out. Let me play this last song and then we're going to get out of here. We are at number 4. Until my change comes, folks.
Though the night seems never done, I will trust you through the darkness until my change comes. Though I cannot see tomorrow, still my heart believes your word. Every promise you have spoken will surely come to pass. Until my change comes, I'll keep holding on.
Tell somebody I'm going to hold on until my change come, folks. That's right. I'm going to hold on until my change come. Do me a favor.
This here is free. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Comment, like, and share. Hey, this here is free. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Comment, like, and share. Don't let me have to say that again. You hear me?
All right, let me wrap this up, y'all. Really, I'm going to wrap it up. Look, some of my greatest testimonies started in the waiting room, folks. Let me just say that real quick. Some of my greatest testimonies started in the waiting room. And that's important to me that everybody understand that. See, everybody loves the miracles, but nobody talks about I survived the wait. But tonight, I want to honor the waiters, the ones who didn't quit, the ones who showed up to church when they didn't feel like it, the ones who kept praying even when the ceiling felt like concrete, the ones who held on when everything else told them to let go. That's my testimony, folks. Abraham waited, believed, and received. Sarah laughed, waited, and held her miracle. Joseph betrayed, imprisoned, and elevated. David anointed, haunted, and crowned. Hannah mocked, prayed, and blessed. Ruth widowed, faithful, and restored. Jesus, 30 years quiet, 3 years challenge, 3 years changed the world. And every one of them has a story that went through the waiting room. And let me just say, cancer died for myself. This is my testimony. All health challenges, the waiting room of test results. Cancer diagnosis, the waiting room of treatment and uncertainty. Radiation, the physical waiting room I had to sit in literally. The loss of my mother, the waiting room of grief, job challenges, the waiting room of provision, the nights I prayed and heard nothing, the morning until I woke up and chose to believe again. That's my testimony. And let me close with this. Looking back, God never left, not for 1 second. What I thought was abandonment was appointment. What I thought was punishment was preparation. What I thought was the end was the hallway to the beginning. What felt like abandonment was actually preparation. Your waiting room is not wasted space, folks. It's called the classroom. It's called the classroom. Somebody will just say, I'm still here. Look, the diagnosis didn't stop me. I'm still here. The setback didn't stop me. I'm still here. The disappointment didn't stop me. I'm still here. The waiting didn't stop me. I'm still here. The silence didn't stop me. I'm still here. I'm still here, folks. I hear the Lord saying tonight, do not leave the waiting room too soon because your name is about to be called. Do not quit. Do not walk away. Do not give up. Do not throw in the towel. Do not stop believing just because you don't have your breakthrough yet. Because somebody's just a foot away before you get the goal. Somebody is just 5 minutes from your blessing. And somebody stopped praying the day before the answer. And somebody closed the door the morning before the blessing knocked. Not you, not tonight. Every delay isn't denial. Every silence is not abandonment. Every hallway ain't failure. Every waiting room is not punishment. Every not yet ain't no. Sometimes God is working. Sometimes God is building. Sometimes God is preparing. Sometimes God is protecting. And sometimes God is positioning you. And sometimes God is aligning that very thing that you've been praying for your good. He's working when I can't see it. He's working when I don't feel it. He's working when I don't understand it. He's working when I want to quit. He's working when I'm tired. He's working when I'm crying. He's working when I'm scared. He's working when I'm waiting. Everybody shout, he's still working. He's still working. He's still working. He's still working. And I thank God for the grace in the waiting room. I thank you that you didn't forget us. I thank you that your silence was never rejection. I thank you that our delays were never denial. I thank you for sustaining us. I thank you for keeping us. I thank you for carrying us when we couldn't carry ourselves. Lord, help us trust you when we cannot trace you. Help us believe you when we do not understand you. Help us wait well, not passive, but active, God. Help us grow while we wait. Help us not miss what you're doing inside of us. And help us focus on what you want from us, God. Help us run our race at our own pace. Help us stop comparing chapter 18 to chapter 20 or chapter 19. Help us receive grace one day at a time. Help us not build a house in the hallway. Help us keep moving. And Father, the ones who's watching tonight who are barely holding on, be near them tonight. Let them feel you. Let them know you. You haven't forgotten them. Their name is still on your lips. Finally, thank you for joining me tonight on the Unpadded Pew, folks. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for joining us. Uncle Paul's Unpadded Pew. Thank you for joining us. If this episode bless you, share it. Send it to somebody waiting. Send it to somebody discouraged. Send it to somebody who told you they were done. Send it to somebody who needs to know that they are not forgotten. Because somebody needs to hear tonight, the waiting room is not the punishment room. God has not forgotten them. And their name is still on his lips, and their blessings are still in his hand. This has been Uncle Paul's Unpadded Pew, folks. Where healing ain't always pretty, but it's real. And remember, it's just a thought to consider. Good night, family. Good night, good night, good night. And I got one last song we're going to go out with, and I will see y'all later. And remember, the waiting room is not where God forgot you. It's often where God prepares you. And someone else's blessing is not your deadline. You keep moving, keep believing, and your name. And just remember this: your name is getting ready to be called. God bless you. God bless. This was a long one tonight, but we got there. But I tell you, I needed every bit of it. I needed every bit of it. Here we go. Good.
Somebody lift your hands! Come on! If you're still breathing, God's still working! Oh! He's still working! Hey. He's still working! Working it out for me! He's still working! Hey. He's still working! I know what I can't see. He never stopped. He never left.
Thank you for spending time with me today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God, for spending time with me today. I know you did.
Cam Music Group. Friday Night Therapy.
Friday night.
Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, come on.
It's Friday night therapy.
Come on in.
Friday
stay a
Night
while.
Therapy.
Uncle Paul's Thoughts. Get out of my head. Thursday nights at 8:30 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.
Media Network. Uncle Paul's Unpadded Pew. Uncle Paul's Thoughts. Friday Night Therapy. Truth, inspiration, music. KAMB. We'll see you